guess I'm gonna tell him to come run it, go take it out, see how it does. It's alright.
No, it ain't either.
Yeah, this one is in reverse. Check this out. Like, you just turn this clockwise, see how it's going counterclockwise.
What'd you get her backwards?
I got her backwards, man.
Yeah, we did that on the Optimax.
We did. I can fix it.
But, you know, it's no big deal. It's just
Sometimes
you get turned around on how those gears work, you know.
Right, you like, and it's upside down. You know what I mean? Like, so you're trying to think like upside down. It's weird.
Boy, without that wind, it'd been a perfect morning for bass fishing.
Oh man, it's perfect right now. The only thing about this Yamaha, they made this where you can't really get a socket on that, you know? And then you gotta just sit there and do this all day. It's like, come on, we couldn't have done this a little different here. Now I'm pretty much just about gotta drop the whole lower unit again. I may end up doing that. I may end up dropping the lower unit to get this in the right gear. Oh well, that's my fault though, I guess. You know what I mean? If I'd have just taken a little extra time, I would have been like, oh yeah, I got it. I thought I had it. I guess I didn't.
Yeah, I think that's gonna work, yeah.
It kind of needs some paint on this. I sent that company a message and said, like, you know, how I become like a dealer, or I could at least order it from them,
Yeah.
because I'll resell that line.
Yeah, that's working. And that hose is for under deck applications.
Yeah.
Any fuel line that is concealed from ultraviolet rays. So any fuel line that's going under your deck or is under your cowling on your motor,
Yeah.
you should have that United States Coast Guard type A1-15 fuel line.
Well, so what's the deal on the gray hose?
That's B1 type, and that's made for outside deck applications.
When the sun's gonna get it?
Where the sun, it's going to have to take direct sunlight.
Yeah.
They're specially made to for low permeation and for basically at the right, you know, they got an inner core.
Right.
And it's supposed to prevent the permeation.
Which has to do with, like, in case it caught fire or something, or?
No, it's basically they're made for fuel lines that are made for open sunlight. If they're, you know, they have more UV protection than
Black hose.
Correct. So basically, it's kind of like a darker color versus a lighter color when you think about it. The gray is going to reflect the light more. The black is going to absorb the light. It absorbs heat.
Right.
The gray is going to dissipate it more.
Right.
And so they got less permeation, meaning less fuel vapor leakage.
Right. Which in your compartment could cause a fire.
Yeah, and
because it can combust.
But the other type, the A1-15, they are tested for. They're the only ones, only fuel lines that are tested for fire hazard. So those are the ones to get when you're hooking up under the deck and it's going to be enclosed, or if it's going to be under a cowling.
Right.
So
Man,
those
that
hoses
thing's
are
on there.
made with no concern for ultraviolet sunlight. Those hoses are made solely for fire, protection.
Ow!
Shouldn't have done that.
Anything's on there, man.
What are you trying to do here?
Oh, I just had to disconnect the
Oh.
water tube thing that hardly ever works. Okay, so the
Anyway,
gray line,
That's the lowdown.
the gray line can take the UV sun rays, so in an open environment is fine.
Yeah,
But you need the black hose inside because it's lower permeation than the gray line.
well,
It's just a
those
UV
are
thing.
specifically designed for marine applications, because if you put an auto fuel line on there, those aren't designed for low permeation.
Right.
For marine applications, they're not. Those hoses will collapse if you bend them. They'll collapse. Whereas a marine A1-15, you bend it, it won't collapse.
Right.
So you have more of a fire hazard with an outboard motor because it's so in close proximity to fuel. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those are designed to protect you. They have a slower burn rate if they catch fire than an auto fuel line. So that's why it's important to have those under your cowling or under your deck. If they're not exposed to sunlight, you need those. Now the gray hose, it's going to have a quicker burn rate,
Right.
but it doesn't get as hot because it reflects the sunlight more. Remember, because of its color and its design. So that's kind of the lowdown on fuel lines, marine fuel lines, anyway.
It's interesting
It is
because it's very convoluted. Like if you don't know, you don't know.
right. And like whenever I looked,
I think I gotta drop this.
see mine, the way they had mine set up, Jeff, they had 3/8 fuel line coming from the primer bulb, and it's the B1 type, the gray.
Right.
And then they had it going up to a fitting inside the loom on my motor, and then they added on a new hose and they added on a black one,
Right.
but it wasn't even the right type. It wasn't the U.S. Coast Guard
Right.
A1-15 type of hose.
Okay, we're back on the 60 again. Man, I'm telling you, it's killing me. But the problem with this motor is that because the serial number is rubbed off, it's really hard to figure out what this engine is. We know it's a 3-cylinder 60. We don't know what year. Anyway, we tried to figure this out. I'm trying to figure this out. So, down here, this is our shift linkage. So what I've found out is that up there is one way, and this should be forward. I believe that's right. Yeah, I'm almost positive of it. I even took this apart. I just made the cable just so I remember. Sorry, I know that's all crazy, but so I got this cable. So down here should be forward. So I think that's right. So this is going to push this cable over to my right, or it's going to go over that direction. And then reverse is going to go this way. This is what I figured out. So we're going to put that in neutral. Alright, this lever comes down. Like I said, this direction is forward. This direction is reverse. Did you see that? This direction would be forward. This direction would be reverse. So, this is what we know. That's what I know. So in here, I got this lower unit sitting here. Of course, I need to find my flashlight. So I finally had to go figure this out, man. It's driving me nuts. Figure out what I did with my flashlight. It's around here somewhere. It never fails to try to do something, and then, you know, you can't. So it's probably in here. How much battery we got? Yeah, right there, this set. Okay. Alright, so on those motors, there's two types of shifts. You got one that's got a cam, okay, and it's a little kind of eggshell looking cam, and it goes this way and that way. In the book, I found a book that tells me that on that cam, you want the lobe of that cam to be pointing at you. The other type is kind of it's like an up and down plunger, and it looks like a little triangle, and it kind of goes like this. You know, it's a little triangle. It goes like that, and it goes up and down. Mine is a cam. It goes around and around. So down here, looking inside there, if I can just leave it here where you can see. But notice that we've got the lobe all the way down there past that forward gear. We got that lobe, right? So you see how it goes that way, see how it goes on top, should be written up. Alright, so here is the service manual. I was looking this up, and on that lobe you'll see that it's written up, and that's how it's supposed to go in there. So what I don't show, or what I should have filmed, was that I had to take the forward gear out. The way you do that is you take your drive shaft, and like I put it in a vise, and then I took, you know, just a socket and a wrench, and I got that drive shaft off. There's a nut that holds the pinion gear on. You take that off, and you can pull the drive shaft up and out of this gear case, and you can take the forward gear out. But just make sure this is in its up position of this deal. We've got an F here. We've got our shift plunger in, we got some grease on it. Now we just need to take this and put it down inside of our, you know, inside of our housing. Okay, so this proved to be a really difficult thing. Probably should have been easy, but it was just turned into something that was really difficult to figure out, because you got to be a detective. I think I have it fixed. I'm getting ready to go put it on the engine, so we'll see. But on the bench, it's operating exactly how it's supposed to. So I believe, or I theorize, that this shift cam was upside down. How it was upside down, I have no earthly idea, because I don't believe he did it. I don't know what happened. However, I just wanted to, because I got it back together And after so much frustration, I don't want to take it back apart and show it because it's working now, so I don't even want to touch it, kind of, you know. I had it, you know, put together, taken apart so many times that you're just kind of like, I don't want to touch it now. It's right. But if you look at this diagram, when I took this out, I have a long pair of like these needle nose vice grips, and I pulled it. It's in a slot. So in the housing, there's a slot. There's a, if you can see this, I hope you can see this, but there's a slot that this sits in. This is our shift cam. And so what I think is neutral is kind of like right here. And then when it turns, this is reverse. I mean, forward. I'm sorry, because it's going to go this way. This is forward, and then this is probably reverse. And I need to pull this up. There's also like another section where it shows the, no, it's not either. It's up here. This thing is made in like 4 different languages, so there's the shift shaft comes down, and you saw where like that's splined, and that's how it turns that cam. And so Yamaha made a tool that you could put on that thing and turn it. I'm just using a pair of vice grips around the very base, and I put a pair of vice grips on that, and then I can turn it. And okay, this thing is written in 4 languages, so it takes a while to scroll down. But then in this diagram, we can see like there's reverse this direction, forward is this direction, and I verified on my remote and on the shift that goes down inside the engine, it connects to here. This way would be forward, so that would be counterclockwise, and reverse is going to be clockwise. If you're looking at this gear case, this took a while to figure out, but now I have it together where this is operating the way it should, and I just got to put it back together. Only thing I'd say, so the one thing that I would say is just if you have to disassemble a gear case like this, just keep, or any gear case, keep track of all the shims and where the shims are, because you need to, if not, you're going to have to measure backlash. And like in this service manual, it goes all through before I get to this, how to measure backlash. Man, this is killing me. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that this has got this done. So like I said, this should be right on top, should be where neutral is. So that means all we got to do is take this, fish it down in there, let it kind of fall in, okay, and let's hope for the best. So then I just have to put my housing back in. You know, of course I put some, you know, some of that sealant on it. Still looks pretty good. I might put a little more just because I've had it off and on so many times. Oh, I just noticed there's a little piece out of that. Huh. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good. Anyway, so this is just gonna go like I showed videos. You know, you got this little indentation where we got, you know, we got our little keyway, but it's just gonna go.
That's pretty cool.
What's pretty cool?
Oh, you filmed it?
Yeah. What's pretty cool? Huh? Hey.
The guy that I bought the tie wraps,
Yeah.
zip ties for, you know, the hose, fuel hose zip ties.
Yeah.
He gave me a positive feedback on Evil Bay.
On Evil Bay?
Yeah.
Well, that was mighty white of him.
Oh, now that was...
Is that racist?
That was a racist comment.
Man, nobody can take a joke anymore, man.
Oh, I know. Everybody's...
It's so uptight about everything,
Yeah,
man.
it's tired.
You can't just love one another.
I know.
It's like, you gotta get them in, you know, gotta just cause a problem. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this out.
Bonkers.
Bonkers. Bonkers. We don't mean nothing by that. We just being silly. Alright, it's in there now. It's in there! So, for the umpteenth time, this goes like so. Put this back on. Yeah, man, this is, I mean, you know, that's the thing. If you don't have a serial number, then just kind of a pain in the old Booski. Figure out, I'm telling you what. I'm just gonna get it kind of tight. And then let's see how we did. Because according to the book, well, they got a tool they use, but we can do this. So like if you were looking at the book, alright, so according to the manual, like I'm gonna have to go off to the side, but they're saying we go this way. See if there's some time. See, I probably gotta take it back off. Yeah, that's not right. Won't even turn it off. What is going on, man? I mean, that's turning in reverse right now. That ain't right.
Well, folks, he's battling it. He's over here, he's battling it.
Working my ass is what is happening.
Easy there, Cletus. He's letting go of expletives.
I thought you were going to give me a strap.
A strap?
Yeah.
Well, just push it on in there.
Well, hang on.
Go up there and turn flywheel.
Here, you hold it.
Go up there and turn flywheel.
But it's more than that. It's like, it's not. I don't know if it's being held by the water tube or if it's this.
Oh yeah, duh. Here,
Shaft.
just chill out. Here, hold on.
So I think it's a shift shaft.
Come down for a second.
So that should be reversed. Alright. Did you get on the shift shaft?
Yeah, it's on the shift shaft.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, but see, it's not going in there.
Well, you've got something goobered up there. Are you turning clockwise?
Yeah, but I'm just moving this thing back and forth to see if it'll hold on to that. Where's my...
yeah, just hold on to it.
It's not that hard.
I tell you what, I've watched him battle this thing and battle this thing and battle it some more. And then battle it some more. Did I say battle it more? Is that what's happening?
That's what's happening.
Well, I just say go get you a new freaking lower unit and slam her on here.
Yeah, you can't. Nobody's got one.
Well, then get a different motor.
Yeah.
You know, you can only spend so much hours on something before it's just a dead horse.
See, it's not going up.
Well, and I'm getting tired.
It's in reverse.
How come your battles become my battles?
Because.
Huh?
Because.
No, because that ain't no reason.
You ain't even
That's
got,
a bunch of boo crap, folks.
You ain't even got the camera pointing at us.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, see, now it shifted. Now that sucks. See, now it's not right.
Well, you're gonna have to take it down because I can't hold this forever. Hey, I left my fuel siphoner over there. Glad I come out here.
See if I go up.
Nope. I'm tired, Jeff.
Unless
Can't do it no more.
Unless I'm like off a tooth or something on that shift, pull it down. Pull it down.
Shift, pull it down.
Yeah.
You said it all in one word. I was like, what's he saying?
It's because I've done lost my mind, man.
I know. I've watched you lose it.
Here, put it in the holder right behind you.
You know, that's easier said than done, there, Cletus.
Oh, it ain't even that heavy.
Yeah.
Just don't understand.
I know, I've heard you say that.
Maybe I understand.
For a week and a half now.
Unless it's like...
Well, you need to get the right manual.
I got the right manual. This is also right the way they said it was. It's just not. It's not going together. Well, I just had it. Why is it? For one thing, I don't.
Why?
There it goes. There's reverse. That's reverse. See?
Is it reversing?
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, it's like what the book said too. But the problem is, this is not lining up now with like this shift rod or something.
Is it adjustable?
No. It
I gotta
almost
put
feels
that.
like it's not turning.
I gotta put that pump up.
No, it's turning.
Wheels will keep on turning. Man, you got this thing cattywampus. You know it?
Yeah.
Sorry folks, gotta adjust the camera here. He's got cattywampus.
See, that's the problem is that, see, like this thing, I bet is a tooth off. And that's why it's,
It may be the shift linkage. You need a different
well,
shift
no,
linkage.
see, like, if this is reverse, and I look,
I think you need to go fishing.
see, then that would be,
But you can't do like last time and be casting up in trees.
I mean, it should go on there. I don't understand. Would you just take off and leave it to run, or what?
What? No, I left that pump out there. Got it up. I need to get a paddle bit, drill a hole in that block of wood, and then just hang it up in here somewhere. Because we'll use that a lot. More than I thought. You know? Because that's pretty convenient, really, taking that 5-gallon jug, going down there and getting your gas.
Yeah, it's such a pain in the ass. These are just pull up with your boat.
Well, it saves you from hooking up your boat. That's my point. And it only takes a few minutes. You're done. You don't even have to go through all that.
Yeah. I'm ready for a vacation. This one's killing me, man. Try this one more time. I don't know if it's gonna do any good.
Well, you can't be lost, and it seems.